What's up, my fellow collectoring brethren? Hope you've all had a good start to the week so far. Welcome to another edition of Figure This, Figure That, the Don's Figure Chat. Right, today we're chatting about the present toys 1/6 scale Django, portrayed quite admirably in the movie by Jamie Foxx, alongside Leonardo DiCaprio, to mention one. There were some great actors in it, actually. Don Johnson. What's his name? The guy who played Steven, who plays Nick Fury. I can't remember his name. That's bad, eh? That's old age. I'll get the names. Just hold on a moment while we discuss Django. The likeness is actually quite good, I must admit. You'll see when I take off his Stetson, it really looks like Jamie Foxx. They've nailed it. The tailoring is quite dope. Really nice. The body is lacking though. The body is lacking. I think he could have been a bit more sturdier and a bit more bulkier. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. This here's the art box. Also quite nice. Although when you see the size of the art box, he doesn't come with much, eh? But still, nice. I like the presentation. I really do. So he comes with mostly hands. He comes with 3 gloved hands, 2 that he's got on now, some expressive hands, 1 trigger hand, and there's 2 knife holding hands there, so I've equipped him with a knife. The Winchester I bought for him just to add more to him as a character, and he does look good using it. He's got his pistol in the holster, which is made out of foul leather, so that's been 303 wiped. His belt has been 303 wiped, just to help me maintain the figure. He's got a corduroy ranch jacket on. He's got a scarf. The sunglasses are not bad. They're a nice fit. They do work, so that's a bonus. The hat is made of hard PVC, so I don't see anything happening to that. And he's quite poseable. But as I say, the body is solely lacking, eh? So I'm thinking of getting a Fission M32 just to kit him out. Or I might get a coup model body, because it is under all of his clothing, so you're not going to see it. It's got real duffel buttons on there, but it doesn't come with any spares, so you got to be careful. The hands needed hot water treatment, so I could change them out. The boots are quite nice, again made of the same stuff that the hat is made of, like a hard PVC, but you get quite a lot of articulation in the ankles, so that's quite dope. He usually stands without a crotch grabber, but I thought for the benefit of this, I'll put him on one so we can get some action poses out of him without faffing around or taking too long. So if you look around his back there, you can just see the bone handle of his bowie. That is actually from Barry Pepper's character in Saving Private Ryan. I got one loose just so I could use the knife holding hands. I don't know why they gave him knife holding hands and no blade. But yeah, stranger things have happened. So he's in he's in a stance where he's just about to draw his pistol. So he's obviously confronting someone, or someone's confronting him. Maybe he's collecting on a bounty. This is most probably after King Schultz and Candyland, where all sorts went on. I'm not going to give the plot away if you haven't seen it, but it's a damn good movie. And the main story is Django is a freed slave, a freeman, as they called, looking to get his wife back, who was sold at the same time as him for trying to escape, the two of them, sold onto another plantation. So he wants to use his earnings from King Schultz to go and buy her back, but first they have to find her. And once the German dentist, King Schultz, finds out that her name's Brumilda and that she speaks German, he's determined to help Django to free her. So they come up with this contract wherein Django will help King Schultz during the course of the winter, and he'll give him a third of all the takings, and help Django to get Brumilda back. So it's a dope storyline. It is a remake of a popular movie. Franco Nero played the part. Always loved his westerns, eh? As my dad used to call them, shit kickers. Those spaghetti westerns. I suppose the most famous two are Terence Hill and Bud Spencer. I grew up with those as a kid in South Africa. But yeah, as I say, the buttons, I've never actually had the jacket off, so we'll attempt that today. The buttons are real buttons. They've got eye holes and the like. So there's no press studs or anything like that. I don't know what the shirt's like underneath, so you'll be finding that out alongside me. But he looks quite cool, eh? I think so. The sunglasses, they make him, eh? But also, I've put him in a border switch drawer, which is the gun on the opposite side of the hip with the handle facing outwards. I just thought I'd change it up today, because usually everyone goes for the normal, well, he called the normal holster wearing, which would hang down on his right hip. So I thought we'd change it up for the border switch. Nice figure, eh? Nice figure. And you can get some dope poses out of him. I've had a few, you know. And he always stands nicely. But I must admit, if you don't put the scarf on, he loses a bit. I'll show you what I mean. He just, he looks too flimsy. Is that the right word? So the scarf gives him a bit of bulk. But yeah, I like him, eh? I like him. Django, the freed slave that became a legend of a bounty hunter. Some say it's based on a real story. But I think people have taken artistic liberties with it during the years when it's been made into a movie. Candyland did exist. It was a brutal slave plantation in Mississippi. But it wasn't Django who brought it down, as they say as they show in the movie, with King Schultz, the German dentist. You know, I still can't think of the actor's name who played Stephen, Leonardo DiCaprio's butler. Oh man, that's embarrassing. So there you have him from all sides. I'll go over the accessories again in case you missed them when you blinked. Okay, so he comes with the glasses, the scarf, the hat. He comes with the holster and the belt and another belt for the trousers, plus his dragoon colt. You'll see that as we move on. He comes with those two that pair of hands there. He comes with another gloved hand, which is a trigger finger for the other side. He comes with a few expressive naked hands, can you call them, or normal hands. One is a trigger finger, and the other two are for holding a blade, but he doesn't come with a blade. So I've took the liberty of giving him one. The Winchester as well was a bought item that I got for him. It just adds presence to the figure. That's his art box, which is, yeah, I mean, it's nice, eh? It's nice. They've done a nice job on it. It's foam inserts on the inside. And yeah, that's the company that made him. Present Toys, they've made a few figures. Some of them are good. They've got a James Bond, they've got Candy, they've got, what's his name, Doc Holliday. I think Val Kilmer plays the part of Doc in Tombstone. And there you have a close-up. So as you can see, the likeness is there, even with the sunglasses and the Stetson on. So we'll bring you out and leave you looking at him in his gunfighter stance, knowing he's just about to kick ass. I'll see you on the flip. Right, so that's him with weapon drawn. He hasn't had to shoot. The guy is backed off with just the glimpse of this 44 bore cannon pointed at him. I've changed the hand for one of the knife fighting hands, just to show you with it on. They're not the best paint app or best mold, but I suppose they do the job, eh? And that's what counts. So there you have him, gun out, ready to cause mayhem. And as I say, he actually poses all right. He poses quite well. I like the fact that you can turn the boots to any angle, so you can flatten the foot to allow for better purchase and better balance with a figure. The trousers are made of like a brown velvety material. Nice again, the tailoring is quite nice. And the corduroy ranch jacket, that's nice. That's really nice. It goes so well with the figure. But maybe now you can see what I mean about the body. There's no substance to it. You know, if you had to wrap the clothes tight around the body, he'd look like he just came out of Auschwitz or something, because it's super, super thin. But all in all, it's a nice figure, especially if you get him posed up with some fellow Westerners, you know, in a gunfight or something like that. Then, yeah, he does look the part, eh? Very nice indeed. You can see it's Jamie Foxx quite easily. This is one of Muate's favorite figures. He's been bugging me for ages to get it in the light studio. So finally I I've got my new teeth in, and that's why I'm battling to talk. Old age is a bitch, eh? And I remembered that guy's name. The guy who plays Stephen, Candy's butler, is Samuel L. Jackson. And he takes a hell of a part in this movie. Really, really good. They all take good parts, actually. It's quite a good movie, you know. But yeah, Samuel L. Jackson plays a evil butler that's dead set against Django from the beginning. Okay, well, let's get him in some more action poses and some interaction maybe with some of his fellow Western brethren. So I'll leave you looking into his shaded eyes while he points that big cannon at you. And he says, I'll see you on the flip. Okay, boys and girls, that's me back. We've got Django at Arthur Morgan's campsite, way outside of town, showing his full face, because it's not very polite to come to someone's campfire without announcing yourself first. So he would have stood outside the firelight. He would have shouted, "Can I approach the fire?" Where Arthur Morgan would have replied, "Yeah, come on in, but I want to see your hands at all times." So they've both got their trusty Winchesters over the shoulder, expecting any trouble. They'll be armed straight away. He's moved his coffee pot away from the fire, and Django is asking him to come help him to take Wyatt Earp, because Wyatt's got a warrant out for his arrest from all the shit that went down in Tombstone. So there you see him standing quite well. He posed nicely. Very easy to pose, actually. It's just the hands, the trigger hands don't fit the weapons, not the revolver they supplied or this Winchester that I bought for him. So that's a bit of a letdown. But other than that, he's cool. As I say, he really looks the part. And I've been thinking of getting him one of those Wyoming duster jackets that he wears in the movie. And they come in this color as well, which is perfect. So that's the view Arthur Morgan will be getting of Django. And if you turn around, that's the view that Django's getting of Arthur Morgan. Go down. You can see he's taking his hat off, which is also the polite thing to do. So whose ever campfire it is can see exactly who you are. Although I don't know why he'd be wearing sunglasses at night. But that's just part of the story. Just listen to the story. You don't have to agree. Again, we have Arthur Morgan's bed, the stashed shotgun under his hat, using his medicine bag as a pillow. And if you remember the last video from his video, Gunslinger, this is how he likes to go to bed at night, with his medicine, his lantern, writing notes in his journal. And today, that's what Django has come to get. He's come to get information from Arthur Morgan, and also to help him take Wyatt Earp so that there's no problems. Let me just turn him around a bit quickly so you can see when I say they've actually got the likeness quite well. Quite good, I should say. I think that looks like him. Let me just come in underneath there. Was that too close? There you can see that it's Jamie Foxx. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. From the side you can see it's him. Now you've got more of a frontal on him. And with the hat on, he really does look like Jamie Foxx. But at the moment, he's being polite, and his hat's off, his sunglasses are off, as he's in someone else's camp. So he's asking for info. We'll only know if Arthur Morgan gave it to him in the next scene. Yeah, I'm in charge of the storyline, yeah. So it goes down the way I say it goes down, no matter what these two think. It's got a dope little scene there, isn't it? No? Well, I think so. And my subscribers that keep returning think so. Not that I've got many. Me and Moate are working our dream to have a successful YouTube channel. You know, at one stage when they were riding the trail herds, the only job a Negro could get back then on the trail herds was a thing called the night monkey. And it wasn't if you were black or white, that had nothing to do with it. It was just what they called them. And he was the guy that was always on duty at night, looking after the cattle, where the cowboys would take it in shifts. So he slept during the day and worked at night. I don't know where the monkey part comes in from, but yeah, that's what they were called. And there you have him, Django, the king of the bounty hunters. Take no shit, Django. So I'll leave yous while I go off and plan another pose. You can see the lads powwowing. We don't know what's being said or what's going to happen next, but I'm sure it's going to be exciting. I shall see yous on the flip. Right, so here we have Arthur Morgan and Django confronting Wyatt in town. Arthur Morgan is saying to him, "Is this you in the sketch? Because this is what someone described, that you were robbing trail herds as they came into town. Django is here to serve a federal warrant on you. Are you going to come quietly, Wyatt? Or is there going to be gunplay? I see you've got a double barrel there, Wyatt. Come quietly and nothing will happen. No one will be hurt." Wyatt's giving him that steely gaze that just shows he's not going anywhere. And Arthur and Django are saying, "Damn it, Wyatt. You're not sheriff anymore. Back down." But you can see trouble is going to hit the land in the form of an Iname 1/6 scale Wyatt Earp from Tombstone. He's got his die-cast shotgun ready for action. It might look like it's folded at the breech, but that means nothing when it comes to Wyatt handling his shotgun. But then Django is no slouch with his Winchester either, or his side gun. He returns that steely gaze while we go over his tailoring. And his tailoring is quite nice, actually. But let's come back to the matter in hand. Is there going to be gunplay? Will Wyatt come quietly like asked? Or is he going to cause a scene? I did hear his brothers were in town. Virgil, who is now a federal marshal. And it doesn't matter that Wyatt's got a warrant. Virgil will back him up. So, boys, what do you do now? No good looking at me. I can't help you. You two have got to sort this out with Wyatt Earp, who you know is quick on the draw. So much so that we'll do a pan shot to see who's got the best field of fire. And I'm sorry to say, Wyatt with that shotgun looks like he could do some bloody damage. What's that you say? It's a 3-barrel from the Resident Evil figure. Ah, so now we're really in shit. What will happen in the saga of the 3 lawmen? Will Wyatt come quietly, or will there be gunplay? Tune in within the next 20 seconds when I've changed the poses and we decide on what's happening in Shootout at Loch Lomond Saloon. I see no sign of anxiety on either face. They look prepared. They look prepared to go the distance. But so does Wyatt. I'll see yous on the flip.